he was in 2018. He came into December off of November in which he did not throw a single touchdown pass, but had 5 interceptions. Goff told us when things are bad, how you respond is how you're truly judged. And the way you get out of bad situations is by keeping your head down and working. Well, last week against Arizona, Goff had his highest completion percentage and highest passer rating of the season, earning NFC Offensive Player of the Week honors. And Sean McVay told us there's nothing like the tangible evidence of a good performance. Jared's feeling more like himself. Al, if the Rams are going to get to the playoffs, that's the Goff they're going to need.
No question about it. The division leaders right now, San Francisco won classic game with the Saints today. Green Bay and New Orleans and Dallas leading the divisions. At the moment, Seattle is a wild card. Minnesota would also be a wild card. But Seattle, with a win tonight, vaults back into the number 1 seed, and San Fran would be 5. In the hunt of the Rams, Chicago winning on Thursday, and Philadelphia, even though they're 5 and 7, only a game behind the Dallas Cowboys. Rick Gerlin will kick off. The Rams won the toss. They have deferred. Going back to receive is Travis Homer, rookie out of Miami. 60 degrees, clear skies, and rain. The good part of the weekend, but Dr. Doppler is here to tell you clear skies all night as we start with a touchback. And let's take a look at the Seattle offense.
Wilson from a whole pack of badges. Chris Carson, Oklahoma State.
Tyler Lockett, Barnett Elementary.
DK Metcalf, Ole Miss.
David Moore, East Central University.
Jacob Hollister, Wyoming. Dwayne Brown, Virginia Tech.
Mike Bupati, Idaho.
Joey Hunt, TCU. DJ Fluker, Alabama.
Jermaine Ifedi, Texas A&M.
So they start with Chris Carson in the backfield, the running back. They also use a 6th offensive lineman quite often. That would be George Fant. And a good 2-headed monster at running back right now with Rashad Penny as well. But they start with Carson on the ground, and they start with a flag. So 1 play, 1 flag, gain of 1. Sean Hockley is the referee tonight.
What's up, everybody?
Sean in his 2nd year, father-head, of course, 3 years.
Offense.
I don't know why I'm live, but something just told me to go live. I don't know. I know we did the live stream last night, the roundtable. If y'all didn't get a chance to see that, go back and check it out. It was on my Cowboys family, and it was on their channel, and it was on my channel as well. And speaking of that, congratulations to 5th Quarter Cowboys for finally reaching 1,000 subscribers. So well-deserved, very underrated Dallas Cowboy YouTuber, knowledgeable guy. Very knowledgeable guy. That's my big little brother. And he's just straightforward. You know, he tells some of you were on last night and we're on the roundtable live stream, and y'all got a dose of his medicine. So very, very, very knowledgeable dude. So make sure y'all check him out. If y'all haven't, 5th Quarter Cowboys, make sure y'all go check him out, man. I know he dropped a video earlier today. I haven't got a chance to look at it, but I'll look at it after this. I just felt like going live. I was watching all the games today. Seattle and Los Angeles is playing right now. And it was one good one. The New England game that just went off. It was pretty good. It went down, almost down to the wire. Kansas City pulled that one off. Tough team, tough bunch. A lot of good close games today. Colts and the Buccaneers, 35-38. Buccaneers won that game. Dolphins, Jets, 21-22. Jets won by 1 point. 49ers and Saints. 49ers won by 2 points, 48-46. 11-2 against a 10-3. Amazing records. Vikings was a blowout. They played the Lions 20-7. The Texans lost. Wow, 38-24. Wasn't expecting that one. Really wasn't. Broncos haven't been doing so well this season. The Texans, they kind of been pretty good. And them losing was very shocking. Redskins, ain't nothing new with them. 20-15 against the Packers. Browns won. Damn, 27-19. Ravens 11-2. They're 24-17 over the Bills. Falcons 40-20 over the Panthers. Wow. Chargers 45-10 over the Jaguars. And so on and so on. Very, very, I wanted to, I was watching those, trying to watch those games today and looking at highlights or whatever I could do. I couldn't watch everything. I don't have, the package and all that stuff. So I couldn't. This is probably going to be a good game here too. Seattle against the Los Angeles Rams. Any game with Russell Wilson is going to be, exciting because he's just an exciting quarterback. But they'll probably win this because the Rams haven't been doing, but who knows? But anyway, the point I was making, before I get to the Cowboys, and this is really about the Cowboys, I was watching these, highlights and these games today, and the level that these teams are playing on is like next level. They're acting like it's the playoffs right now. And it's just I'm watching it. They're executing on both sides of the ball. They're exciting. They're not predictable. They're making things happen. The defense of the Patriots was it was still good. It wasn't good enough because they lost, but it didn't look predictable. You didn't know who was coming and who was going. It was just exciting to watch. Even though I'm not, I'm a Cowboy fan. I have to keep my eye on, you have to keep your enemies close. And I'm a fan of football first. So I like to watch other teams and see their strengths and weaknesses and, and et cetera. And it's amazing to see them execute up the field. And it's amazing to see their offensive group execute and their defensive group execute. And, it was just back and forth. Like the 49er, for example, the 49er game and the Saints. Wow. I mean, you didn't know who was going to win that game because they were both fighting to win. They didn't want to give up, I believe Richard Sherman going out kind of helped but not, they still won, but they almost lost, so, but, just that level of play, I don't see that with us. We're not that good. And a lot of us, and I get remaining positive and all that. I get all that. Trust me, I get it to the T. But there's a such thing as being realistic too. Now, like I talked about last night on the roundtable, the Dallas Cowboys, they could possibly sneak through the back door of the playoffs. As long as they beat the Eagles, we're in the playoffs, pretty much. Sadly, pathetically in the playoffs at being 6-7. We got the Rams coming up next week. Thank God we didn't have a game today. Oh, it was so relaxing. I was able to take a nap and, wake up and enjoy my kids, enjoy my family and everything, and not have to worry about the dumbass Cowboys. Just say we sneak through the back door and look who's waiting on us. Teams like this, the Seattle Seahawks, the 49ers, the Saints, the Packers, these are winning organizations that like to win first. They're all about getting out there and winning. And we're not. We haven't been for 25 years, pretty much. It's just been a facade. The Dallas Cowboy organization has been a facade. It really has. I've used this analogy before. Growing up, I used every year, we take a family vacation to Disneyland in California. We had family out there, so we would go visit and, go look at the sites and go to Disneyland and go to Universal Studios and stuff like that, and go take pictures in front of the ET house or the Back to the Future house, or, go look at Karate Kid locations and stuff. I like stuff like that. I'm a big movie guy, so I like to visit, old filming locations, stuff like that. But anyway, when you go to Universal, it's, for example, the Back to the Future set, Hill Valley. It's a facade. If you go behind those buildings, there's nothing back there, but it looks good on the outside. You're like, oh man, there's a clock tower. You know, that's where Marty got gas. You know, yada yada yada. It looks really good, but if you go back behind it, there's nothing there. It's empty, and you're like, whoa, this is it. You know, dang, I didn't know that. You know, and that's what I think of the Dallas Cowboys. It's been a facade. You know, Jerry bought this team. And I might sound like a broken record to you guys, and I really don't care. You know, this is my team. I'm passionate about my team. I'm passionate about the sport. And I'm just trying to dissect. You kind of have to dissect what's going on, what's been going on, what's been the problem. And we're not even knowing it. And the players not even knowing it, or the team, the front office not even knowing it. You know, Jerry bought this team on a wing and a prayer. And back in 88, 89. And he wanted to bring that salesman mentality to Dallas, because he'll tell you best. The Dallas Cowboys was losing $1 million every month, you know, and he was like, whoa, I got to fix that, you know. I got to bring some money back, some revenue back to this team and to this city, pretty much to the state, because you know, the country is full of Cowboy fans, even people overseas, you know, and you know, he got all those, you know, him and Jimmy, got Jimmy, you know, Jimmy was a mastermind, still is to this day. And I'm going to play some audio for y'all, another Jimmy Johnson audio. So if you don't like it, you can, you know, you can go on somewhere, but I'm going to do it anyway, because it's my show, my channel. You know, Jimmy Johnson was a mastermind, had an eye for talent, psychology major, yada, yada, yada. I've said it a million times, and built this team. You know, Michael Irvin was the last one left. Michael Irvin, Bill Bates, guys like that. They were the last from the Landry era. And they were like, hey, man, this guy don't want to be here. Boom, 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 boom. We need this. We need that. You know, yada, yada. And Jimmy Johnson started cleaning house. Okay. Boom. You're fired. You're gone. Randy White was trying to stick around. He got rid of him. You know, all those aging veterans and stuff like that. Got rid of them, man. We got this team, and this talent is built off youth, not guys, you know, 40, you know, late 30s, 40 years old trying to, you know, play. And, you know, he got us. We got that team, and we started winning really quickly. You know, we got that Super Bowl, you know, then 92, then 93, you know, and he got us back, because before, you know, 80s, the Cowboys fans were like, man, fuck this shit. See, Cowboy fans were different back then. They were a lot different. If you weren't winning, they didn't have your back, because they felt like when my dad and them back in the day, and a lot of y'all might think, oh, they're not loyal and all this gang banger mentality bullshit that the Dallas Cowboy fans are now. Back then, if you wasn't winning games, them seats were empty. They didn't go. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'll stay home. Shit, them motherfuckers ain't winning. Then they start winning and, you know, winning Super Bowls and getting people back. I'm like, okay, y'all care, so we're gonna care, basically. And you know, he baited us all back, and, you know, boom, boom, boom. And that's what he wanted, you know. And I can make money off of this. I got my oil. I got this, you know. I got my friend, you know, my team and my stadium and all this stuff. And I can make money, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, that's what it's all about to him. That's winning to him. And it's all it's been about. It hasn't been about anything else. Our pride for this team is more than his. And see, now people, he's starting to hear us talk. They're talking about it on the radio stations. People are fed up. Like, man, look, and the title is this live stream is everybody's saying the same thing. And majority rules. You get me? Majority rules. Everybody that you talk to are saying the same exact thing about the Dallas Cowboys. The same thing. And it's ownership. It's top down. It's ownership. It's front office. And that's pissing him off, because people are starting to figure out what he's been neglecting. And that's pissing him off. He's like, oh, shit. Damn. They're pissed off now. You know, it's my fault. See, now you know. See, a lot of people aren't sorry until they get caught. Oh, my bad, man. Oh, you say my bad now because you caught. You know what I'm saying? So, now people on the radio stations, he getting on the radio stations on his show or whatever, and he's getting mad about what they're talking about, which is the truth. And he's getting fed up, he's getting mad at them for being frustrated with this damn team and what he's done, what he's not done for this organization. And that's where it is right now. And everybody's talking. People on the news, people on local news, local radio stations, the cop on the beat, the person at the grocery store, everybody is talking and saying the same thing. And people are finally getting fed up. They're finally getting fed up. And because it's been bullshit for 24, 25 years, pretty much. So, Dallas Cowboy fans, people call us delusional and all that stuff. And it may look that way, but we're just trying to support our team, just like the Browns fans, just like Cincinnati Bengals fans. Nobody's on them. You get what I'm saying? Just like, hell, Saints fans and the Falcons fans, teams that never won a Super Bowl. The Jets won one back in a long time ago or something like that, I think. But, y'all get the picture. You get what I'm saying? So, people call, y'all are delusional. Well, we just trying to support our team. We want to win too. We want to get 6. We've been having 5 for the longest. We want another one. In the new millennium. You know what I'm saying? We just we searching for the same happiness. You get what I'm saying? So, let me play some audio for y'all. Damn, Seattle already scored 3-0. Let me play some audio for y'all. I appreciate y'all joining me, man. 152 people in here, man. I know a lot of football games are on right now. So let me.
Jerry has an affinity. He likes Jason Garrett.
Right. We all do. Yeah.
Everybody likes Jason Garrett. You think he's coaching next year for this Cowboy team?
I don't think so. I think even if they win the division and even if they're in the playoffs, I don't see them winning the playoff game. And I think the negativity, in Dallas and around the Cowboys right now, it would be miserable if he continued to be the head coach. I think nobody would be happy, if he was the head coach a year from now.
And you know what? I mean, to piggyback what Jimmy's saying, Jerry's come out and questioned the coaching. Jason comes back. Now every decision, right, Jimmy? I mean, are we practicing too hard? Plus, am I going for it on 4th down or kicking a field goal? What would Jerry be thinking? You get into that mess, you can't do your job.
Yeah, but well, how about that? I think if he gets to the NFC Championship game, you say he won't win a playoff game, but if he happens to get to an NFC Championship game, then he's going to come back, because my thing is this. What's the alternative? What coach are they going to get to come in there to work with someone like Jerry? Jerry wants to be the puppet master and control everything. Am I right?
I think somebody that's new, that the people aren't negative toward. I think all the fans are just negative. They want to change. And I think Jerry listens to the fans.
Here, one thing that's disturbing, this is not a great adjustment team in the third quarter. They're pretty good on the script.
Period.
They don't really have an identity, Jimmy, despite having a lot of talent. They are a dysfunctional team. They don't quite have an identity. How do you solve that? Do you think they can still win a division here?
I think they can win the division for the simple reason Philadelphia's playing so poor. Both of them. Now, I don't know which team's going to step it up. We'll find out the 22nd. The winner of that game, when they go to Philadelphia,
that's the division.
The winner of that game will win the division.
Yeah, well, I look at them from a roster standpoint.
Right.
I mean, it is beautiful. It's like they are so good looking, and maybe I'm being a little shallow, but I can't get over that. And that's why when I look at them, they're going to win that division. That's what it looks like. I just think they have too much talent. They're gonna figure out a way to get. They're gonna be in the playoffs, whether you like it or not. Is just my
Tony? They make so many mistakes. They jump off sides. They miss tackles. They're not really an efficient football team.
We talked about their defense is not coming up without turnovers.
Think about it. Jeff Driscoll was comfortable. Darnold had his best game.
Right.
Josh Allen had his best game. Every quarterback. We always point to Garrett in the offense, but the opposing quarterbacks all play comfortable football.
The defense has let them down this year.
I like to people still, after all these years, people are still trying to pick Jimmy Johnson's brain. That's how brilliant he was as a coach and as a mentor and all that. They're still trying to pick his brain. Coaches from all around the NFL still call him and try to get advice and pick his brain because he's just like a father figure to everybody. And I just have to continue to play his audio because he knows what he's talking about. He was our coach, won 2 Super Bowls and got fired. Would have been 3 or 4. Who knows? But how do you win 2 Super Bowls and get fired? It's crazy. Football is a sport, and you play sport to win. You play it to win, not to lose, not to keep everybody afloat. You don't use sports. See, Jerry Jones has used the love of something against us. You get what I'm saying? He's flipped it. He's like, oh, well, shit, these people love this stuff. I can flip it, and I can have them thinking I can promise them the world. That's like some Bible type stuff, That's like Satan and some Bible. I'm not gonna go there because But anyway, I can promise him the world. I can promise these people the world. I can make this facade and make everything look good and have this new facility in Frisco and make money doing that. And people touring. They put money to tour to Frisco. I ain't been there yet. I don't even want to go, and I live right up the street from it. You get what I'm saying? So, it's this facade, and he's got us, and he's like, well, he's flipped it on us. I can do this and shit. We make them think we winning, and I'll be winning financially, but we're not really winning, So somebody's taught him. I don't know if it was Al Davis or whoever, but somebody's taught him. It's like, man, you're an NFL owner. These fans, they'll go all out for you. They'll buy your merchandise. They'll love the product. They'll love the brand. It's up to you on how to sell and promote that brand, And you don't have to win games. They're still gonna, they're still gonna fill those seats. They're still gonna buy those jerseys. They're still gonna buy, yada yada yada. They're still gonna fight in the damn stands and stuff after the game. And you're not gonna even be there to bail them out of jail. They're still gonna be stupid. That's what they're doing. So that's the business part of it. And it really sucks for us because they don't want to win. And see, other teams, they're going out here, they're playing to win. Their owners are, you don't see them, they might have just as much love for the game and for the team as Jerry Jones. We don't know that because they're not talking. They're not running their damn mouths after every game. It might seem like, oh, Jerry, he's passionate about his team. That's because the camera is always on him. You know what I'm saying? So other owners might be just the same way. They just know how to hang back in the cut and just chill, and just chill to the next episode. You get what I'm saying? Sign checks, get this player. Okay, we got Brady. We'll bring Brady back. He's still playing. As long as we got a good offensive line to block for him. We got the best coach in football who's picking Jimmy Johnson's brain in the offseason. And we'll do our thing. We'll be in the playoffs. We'll be in the Super Bowl, if not close. We're good. And our fans will be dedicated to us and yada, yada, yada. That's how it is. With Dallas, it's different. It's like, oh, well, we'll get a good running back and get a pretty good quarterback and wide receiver. We'll make it look good to bait them fans in. But then really, really, on the inside looking out, really, we're not even trying to, we'll and yeah, I love my team. And you do? Really? How much? You get what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm going to play another audio for you. This is, let's see. God dog it, I lost it. Dang it. I hate that. It was some video somebody put on Facebook.
Well, hello, friends.
That's Mark Holmes. Golly. It was some good audio too, man. Oh my God. I mean, it was spot on. But yeah, man, that's pretty much seriously to all the Dak haters. Let's see what y'all got to say. Jerry Jones sucks. You're happy about this year, but at the end of the day, the Cowboys have more Super Bowls than the 49ers. I'm not gonna get into that. For now, I was getting yeah. Shit, y'all ain't doing them fighting amongst each other. Shit. God, I wish I had that audio. It's gone. I had it too. I had it ready. I had it ready. And it went away on me. Yeah, it's hard to find stuff on Facebook because once it goes away, once that video goes away on Facebook, you ain't getting it back. Shit. It's gone. Unless I keep scrolling, but who has time to do that? But I don't have much more, guys. I wanted to get on here and just kind of, speak my mind once again. It's just so much to talk about. It's so much to hit, so many points to hit. There's so much negativity in this Cowboys organization, and so much to talk about. So every time, I think of something, I just want to talk about it, So Cowboys gonna beat the Rams, and I hope so, man. I hope so, bro. I can't say I hope so. Well, yeah, I mean, the fan in me for the Cowboys, I hope so, but I'm nervous about what's waiting on us in the playoffs. Real teams that want to win are waiting on us. So Cowboys are spoiled and soft. Yep, they need a whole different kind of culture, and that starts with exactly, with accountability. Yep, perfect. Yes, sir. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. There has to be a change, just like Jimmy Johnson just said. There has to be a change in Dallas, and it's going to start with, I guess, a new head coach and somebody that's going to the players are going to listen to and respect. It can't be just a blowjob. And I'm hearing the Urban Meyer and all this stuff, and I would love somebody that has experience in the NFL. Somebody that the players can be afraid of, and that they will respect, and they will listen to, and they will follow. And it just needs to be a different smell, different. Troy Aikman, I wish. 1980 on the real Rams gonna bully. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say. I don't know this team. I don't know what they're gonna do. The Dallas Cowboys, they're the type of team that they look like garbage, they look like trash, and they'll turn right around and win some games, or they'll turn right around and lose another one, go on a 4-game losing streak. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? Defense, offense is so basic. Oh yeah, of course, you know what they're going to do before the ball hikes on offense and defense. That's why these quarterbacks, these no-name quarterbacks, have been so successful against the Dallas Cowboy defense, because it's so predictable by the way they line up. They already know. They know who's going to blitz. They know if it's going to be man coverage, it's going to be zone. They know. There are no motions. There are no changes right at the last minute. Like, I was watching these games, the Patriots, the Seahawks, the Kansas City Chiefs, the 49ers, the Saints. They had different type of set packages for their defense, and it changes, almost like offense. The defense was almost motioning like the offense does, before the snap, so that confuses the offensive line. It confuses the offense, coordinators. It confuses the quarterback, and they don't know what to do. And, and that's what we need here, but we don't have that because they already know what we're going to do. They could already have a sixth sense of what we're going to do. Be embarrassing. Yeah, we'll probably go one and done. We need, 1980. We need a two-headed monster discussion. Statues out there. Yep, it's true statement. Kellen Moore is trying that pay. That's why he's been passing the ball like, oh, wow. That's the first time I heard that one. I wouldn't put it past him. I just think that Kellen Moore is just inexperienced. He's had some good flashes here and there, but I think his scheme is starting to turn into Linehan's. It's starting to get he's starting to run out of he's not adjusting, he's not evolving, he's doing the same, starting to see the same stuff. And we just don't know how, players don't know how to execute either. And it's so deep. It's so deep than we can imagine. Dak Prescott, I've supported him since day one. And I still believe Dak, could turn into an elite quarterback. He's hopefully headed in that direction. Past 3 games, no. But, my problem I have, Jim Hunter, what's up, man? My problem I have with Dak is the lack of agility and speed. He just doesn't have it. I was watching a Houston game today, and their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, he was able to get out of the pocket and make things happen and keep plays alive. And he's so quick and he's so crafty and he's so elusive. And Dak just doesn't have it. He's slew-footed. His feet go out. He doesn't have a good running, stride. He doesn't have good form. He's all over the place, flapping around. And, it's Dak. He's not a running quarterback. He reminds me of Donovan McNabb. He can throw the ball downfield. He's strong. He can break tackles. He can get you maybe 5 yards, if you need a first down, running. But he's not dangerous. He'll never be dangerous because he just doesn't have the speed. He just doesn't have the agility. And he just doesn't have it. And at times he's shown that, but he just has to have that right block to do it. And lately, our line hasn't been 100%, as you can see, and they're breaking down. And they haven't given him that opportunity as well. And also, teams loading the box and blitzing, and we don't know where the blitz is coming from, and yada yada yada. It's just kind of hard. It's been very difficult for us to convert this season, especially Dak trying to run the ball and stuff like that. I don't think he can do it. Period. He just doesn't have that speed. Jarwin 45. Yeah, and we talked about that last night about Blake Jarwin. Man, I think he can be an elite tight end, but with Jason Witten hanging around, it's not allowing him to be. Jason Witten has done some okay things for us this season. He's moved the chains on times, but he just hasn't been that big play tight end. That's Jarwin. And with Jason Witten being there and starting some games, actually, the last game we lost 2. And, Jarwin started, I think. And, he had a couple of passes to him. He's getting us downfield along with Zeke running the ball. And it looked great. That first drive was great. But it just, Jason Witten needs to retire. I really think he does, man. He just needs to retire. And he's too slow. He can't create space. He's good for, 5 or 6, maybe 7 yards to maybe move the chains on 3rd down, but that's about it. Jarwin has a pretty good yak, yards after catch, meaning he can make some things happen. He can break some tackles. He can create open space and open up a big play for you when you need it. But it's kind of hard when, you got Witten there still trying to think he can still do something. But, God bless him, but just not. Boys for life, what's up, man? Doesn't matter what coach we get. Yeah, went up on me. Doesn't matter what coach, as long as Jerry, the GM, control. Yeah, that's true too. We talked about that. We've been talking about that. We've been saying that for years. There's no mystery behind that. But I think we're all just kind of hoping, being Cowboy fans, there's got to be that little bit of hope and faith within you to be able to, we know Jerry's still an owner. He'll always be the owner until he's, gone. And then Stephen Jones will take over, yada, yada, yada. Who's to say he's going to be any different? But we won't know until that day comes. I'm not wishing anything bad on anybody, but, It's a sport. It's a business. We're all trying to win and get that 6th ring. But we know how Jerry is. And we're just kind of hoping that whatever coach they bring in here kind of lays down the law. And maybe Jerry will kind of back up just a little bit enough to allow that coach to really be a coach and really take over the team and really set a line of discipline down. Discipline goes a long way in football. It does. If the players are not, responding to you, you're not going to have success on the football field. And that's where Jason Garrett, you can tell, you can sense when they put the camera on him, you could already say, shit, I really don't give a fuck. I'm not going to be here. He's a robot. He's chewing that gum. He's like a mannequin. You in the mall, you're in Macy's or Dillard's or somewhere, and you see a mannequin and you walk by there, they're posing in a certain way and they're standing. And then you go look at what you're looking at, and then you come back because it's time for you to leave, and you see that same mannequin, and they're still posing the same damn way. That's Jason Garrett. Regardless of what happens on the field, he's still chewing that damn gum, and players see that, and players respond to that. Troy Aikman said it best when we had Barry Switzer, for example. We had Barry Switzer. Troy Aikman players would mess up in practice or mess up in the game, and Jimmy Johnson would hold those players accountable, and Barry Switzer wouldn't, and that would piss Eggman off. And Barry Switzer like, man, what do you want me to do? Fire the guy? I mean, I can't fire him. And Eggman's like, no, man, you don't fire him. You fire somebody else, and then that'll send a message to him, and you make him run until you get tired, and you run his dick in the dirt, and he's coughing up and throwing up, and then maybe they'll get the message. You're the coach. You're not. And Barry Switzer was like, I'm not babysitting these guys and all this stuff. Barry Switzer was just there, and he was just kind of letting the process take over. He was like, well, this is still Jimmy Johnson's team, and we still have a few aces in the hand. We still got the triplets. We got Dion. We got Novacek. We still got the offensive line, Nate Newton and everybody, Larry Allen. We still got defense, and Brock Marion, Darren Woodson, and Larry Brown. We got guys like that, Dion, and we can still win a Super Bowl without me really having to do anything. And we did, in '95. So that's a prime example right there, how players respond to coaching, and if they're not afraid of you, they're not going to respect you, and they're not going to, it's not going to exploit on the field. It's just not. Urban Meyer for head coach. If he is, there's nothing I can do about it. I would love a coach with experience, with NFL experience, but I don't know. Maybe he can come. Jimmy Johnson didn't have an NFL experience, but look at the impact he's still making today on players and the fans and coaches in the NFL. So Urban Meyer might be the answer. I don't know. I'm not going to say, oh, we don't need him. I'm saying, oh, bring on Urban. I'm not going to say that because all I've known him to be is a college coach, a successful college coach, and that's it. Barry Switzer had the gun in the airport. Yeah, I remember that. Jorge, appreciate it, man. Barry Switzer was Jerry's drinking buddy. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's pretty much all I got. Chaz, hey, appreciate the super chat, man. Zeke would like Urban Meyer head coach. Yeah, I think Zeke's seriously, the season's not over. We still can win a division, but I think another coach can come in here and kind of revamp Dak and Zeke's little careers. I really think they can. I still think that quarterback's coach, what's his name, John Kipner, I still think he's did compared to last year and the years before. I think he did a wonderful job with Dak Prescott. Working on his mechanics. Dak Prescott still makes mistakes, here and there, but I think he's done a pretty good job. And I think another coach coming in here will give some life to this team that they need. Because, I wish I had that damn video. God dog it. Oh, that makes me mad. They hit the nail on the head, man. If I could just find it. They hit the nail on the head. Golly. If I can find that video, guys. Let me type in Dallas Cowboys and see what happened.
Is not good enough for this franchise, this roster.
It's Troy Aikman talking, though.
Jerry Jones now making statements that lead a lot of us to believe Jason Garrett might not be back next year. You've talked this week at length about that dynamic and how this Dallas organization understands the formula for winning Super Bowls. It involves having a strong coach, but you believe that model has changed. What can you point to that's different now?
Well, I mean, it has changed based on the way it was when I first came into the league under Jimmy Johnson. And I think as players, we just knew that that's who we were answering to, that he was the guy in charge, that he was the guy who controlled the roster, who made the team, who didn't make the team. And I think that once he left, you know, a lot of the structure, I guess you could say, of the organization obviously changed. The team has had some good years, but in a lot of ways, it's been a lot of frustrating years, I know, for our fan base. And I just, you know, I'm not suggesting that coaching doesn't make a huge difference, because it certainly does. No one respects coaching more than I do, and I think the players themselves can play better. But I think in general, there's a lot of different places that you can point to say that, you know, maybe things need to change a little bit in order for this team to be better.
And I know you said that a lot of it starts at the top.
Well, see, that's saying the same thing. I mean, pretty much the same thing. The same exact thing. Let me type in Dallas Cowboys. Damn. What show was that? It was I can't think of what show that was. I'm sorry, guys. Golly.
The Cowboys that I saw last night, Skip, they might not win another game if they play like that.
That's Shannon Sharp.
That was very, very disappointing, considering Jerry's tried some of everything to turn this thing around. If you look at the Cowboys, it seems like the last 2 weeks, the first 15, 20 plays are scripted. Now, last night, what we saw, Skip, that was the longest drive in terms of yard, as far as plays and time of possession that someone has scored on an opening drive.
I think it's in the last 15 NFL seasons.
Let that sink in. So what was it? Because 17 plays, almost 9 minutes. And after that, they did absolutely nothing. So what it tells me is that they have a great game plan, because the team has an idea of what they think, because they scripted the plays. But after that, Skip, they don't make any adjustments. We saw that. That's the second week in a row we've seen this, Skip.
That is true.
Adjustments. There's that word again, adjustments.
Right down the field. They open up against last night against the Bears, they go right down the field.
They did.
The defense goes to the sideline, makes adjustment. It seems like Kellen Moore does not make adjustments.
To their adjustment.
And boom. And this is what we got. Skip.
Same thing.
That was very disappointing, considering all the talk. Remember, Skip, they got chippy at practice. There's a lot of chippiness going on. There's a lot of pushing and talking. And Dak said, we've done enough of talking. Well, Dak maybe need to do some more talking. We're going to talk about him a little later. Skip. Amari Cooper. Because 1 minute he's on the sideline, he's like, I can't make it. And then he runs,
it's kicking his foot up in the air like, my foot.
You saw that too, huh?
My foot.
You saw that too, huh?
I wish I could find that damn video. Man, that makes me mad. It wasn't first things first. It was golly. Let me go back to you know what? I know what it is. Wait a minute. Bear with me, guys. I think I know how to find it. It wasn't quite frankly. The herd. Damn. Undisputed. It wasn't. No, it wasn't them. Speak for yourself. I think that's it. I think it's speak for yourself. Yep. Here you go. Now I don't have no choice but to run into it now. Here you go, right here. Yep. Found it. Found it.
All right, so Troy is speaking about a disconnect in messaging.
Yeah.
Is this something or nothing?
This is something.
Let me go. Let me go to.
It's the same experience. Back in those days, it was, are you a Jerry Jones guy? I said it 19 years ago, and it's still true today.
Here you go. Wait, here you go, guys.
Johnson and that era of wanting credit along with accomplishment. I've said this. I got into television 19 years ago. I said it 19 years ago, and it's still true today. The Dallas Cowboys will never win anything with the current structure of their organization.
Perfect words.
I mean, you think about it. When your owner is upset about not getting the shine, and he needs the shine, when you've emasculated your coach in every way that you can emasculate your coach from an authority standpoint, the thing about coaching is you need to have two types of fear. One, fear, as in reverence and respect for the guy, and you're going to go out and play for him. Two, fear, as in I'm afraid of him because he'll cut my butt if I don't perform.
Yep.
You just heard it. At 1 minute, they're saying, Jason Garrett is saying, we're going to evaluate the kicker, and then right outside the locker room in a press conference, the owner says, no, we're not. Kicker's fine. Like, as a player, you look at that situation and your coach gets hot and bothered and angry and yells at you. You know what you say as a player? You ain't got no authority here. The owner's got the authority. You've appointed Jason Garrett. You haven't empowered him. You appointed Bill Parcells. You didn't empower him. You appointed Dave Campo. You didn't empower him. You haven't empowered anybody since you didn't get enough shine when Jimmy Johnson was the head coach. And so you fired Jimmy Johnson. And therefore, your organization will never win squat until that changes.
Wow. Smoke Aikman and his brother, Smoke Slarack. I think it's nothing. I think this is much to do about nothing because it has always been the Dallas way. If this had been something new that we hadn't heard of, just from Marcellus back in those days when you were there, you're having the same conversations. So, and that's been a while. Like, not trying to age you, date you, but that's been a while. So,
everybody's.
Why? Listen, Troy is
Marcellus Wiley. I remember he played for us, and it was the same thing.
And has seen as an analyst, and much to your point, Mark, if this structure isn't adjusted or changed, the philosophy of it by the head guy himself and GM, you're going to continue to have much the same.
All right. So,
see, once again, somebody else saying the same thing. When everybody's saying the same thing, it has to be true. You know, you ever went to school and there was a rumor going around and everybody saw what happened and everybody's saying the same thing? You can't help but believe it. And then when you finally see it, what they're talking about, you're like, oh, well, shit. So-and-so said it, and so-and-so said it, and old girl up the street said it, and my homeboy said it, and then old boy, old boy that smell like pee, he said it. The boy, he always digging in his nose, he said it. Everybody's saying the same thing. That's what's killing Jerry right now. It's getting him because he's just like y'all are listening to me. He's listening somewhere too. I'm not saying he's listening to me, but he's listening to Undisputed, First Things First, quite frankly, all those shows, he's listening too. So I'm pretty sure it's eating away at his little conscience, that his mentality, his recipe that he's been serving us all these years, his recipe, same old recipe. Former players, same old Marcellus Wiley. He was one of our defensive ends or tackles or something like that. Same old recipe, same old recipe. Even Charles Haley, I talked to him when I ran into him at the outlet right up the street, right up the 75 here in Allen, and I talked to him, and I asked him what's going on with this organization, and Charles Haley straight up said, "What you mean? You know, it's Jerry." Charles Haley said it himself, you know. So same thing has been. It's the same thing. There's a problem in Dallas, and that's what it's been for this long. As fans, I think we've kind of been in denial about it. And just because we're trying to support our team, that's all we're doing. You know, we're just trying to support our team. You know, we're trying to do what it takes to support our team. Just like I said earlier, just like any other fan base, talk to the Browns fans, and I said this earlier in my video in this live stream, but talk to those guys. They still support their team. They haven't won nothing at all, ever, so that's how we've been trying to do. And we haven't been getting anything in return. Yeah, we got 5 Super Bowls, but it don't stop. It don't stop. Just because you got 5 don't mean that's it. You want more. For example, just like my son, he told me, "Dad, I made 100 on my spelling test." I'm like, "Good job. You got to keep that up, though. It don't stop there. You got to keep it up. You're not going to sell me, "Oh, you made 100. Oh, okay, well, go play games and go do what you want to do. You ain't got to worry about working no more." No, it don't stop. You got to keep making hundreds on different tests, spelling, math, whatever. You got to keep it up. You got to keep up, and once you do that, you'll get your report card back and you're like, "Whoa, look, I got A's and B's. Look at this." Then you get everything you want for your birthday. You get everything you want for Christmas. That's how it works. You get rewarded for your hard work ethic. You get rewarded for it. And, us as fans, we're going out and we're doing this and doing that, supporting our team and buying this and buying that, we're doing the best we can. And look at the results we're getting back for 25 years. It's just that's the problem. And the players and, a lot of parents don't like to be, like I say, my wife's a teacher, and there are a few students in her class that don't know how to act. They don't know how to listen, don't know how to sit down. They just crazy, But I have to use this. God forgive me for talking about this, but I have to use this as an example and as an analogy. And when it's time for parent-teacher conference night, those parents of those bad kids don't want to hear it. You get me? They want to try to flip it back to her like she's doing something wrong. That's Jerry right there. That's Jerry. Trying to flip it back. Well, no, dog. This is your fault. This is your doing. This is your bed that you didn't make. This is your mess. This is your children out here because of you. Because you didn't hire the right coaching staff. Because if you wanted to be a coach, man, you should have been a coach. If you can draw up X's and O's and lead a team to a Super Bowl, you shouldn't even hire Jimmy Johnson. You should have been the coach. Since you know everything, you don't want nobody saying nothing about your team, you should have been a leader of that team. But you can't do that. That's why you had to do the financial part and bring Jimmy along to be the coach. But now that Jimmy has done his job, got them 2 Super Bowls, got everybody back in his pocket, "Oh, I don't need you no more. You're fired." See what I'm saying? You get me? This is what we're dealing with now. And it's all come afloat. Somebody kill somebody, try to bury the body and throw it in the river. And, one day it's going to resurface. Yeah. And they're going to do DNA and all that stuff and fingerprints and all that stuff. And then, they got you. Same thing. Now it's really starting to come from. People are really people on the news. They're like, "Man, I'm sick of this shit. You know what? Cowboys suck, yada, yada, yada." Hell, that's what it is. That's what we're dealing with right now, guys. But I'm going to get off here, man. I've been on here almost an hour. I wasn't gonna be on here this long, but I got to go in here and eat and shit like that. So, but guys, that's all I got, man. I thank y'all, for taking the time out of your evening, to listen to me rant once again about the Cowboys. I'll probably do the same thing tomorrow on the way home. Back to reality, back to work, start another work week. But once again, I appreciate y'all, man. Without y'all, none of this would be possible, man. But make sure, like I always say, make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up because you never know what the day is going to bring you. Holla back at your boy. I'm out.